Soul Rising. This video is going to be titled Measurements of Our Virtuous Ethereal Grandmother. Measurements of our virtuous ethereal grandmother. Our virtuous ethereal grandmother. Before I go on, there's a lot of other things I need to say that'll tie into this perfectly. So, the word power. Start off by saying this. The word power. It literally defines as the ability to do something or act in a particular way, especially as a faculty or quality. Once again, the word power literally defines as the ability to do something or act in a particular way, especially as a faculty or quality. For kicks, there's another definition. In traditional Christian angelology, the sixth highest order of a ninefold celestial hierarchy. The sixth highest order, right after principalities. The sixth highest order of a ninefold celestial hierarchy. Moving forward. Power. Why do I just randomly mention power? Before I tell you why, I want to randomly mention this. We need to help Brother Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso. We really need to help Brother Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso. Why do I say this? He's your next 42 years of Omar Gaddafi. Ibrahim Traore is your next 42 years of Omar Gaddafi. Now, putting that out there. Now I'm going to incorporate everything I've been saying thus far now. This oppressive nature or this oppressive body, they get their power from their control over us. They gain their power from their control over us. This is common sense right here. This is truly, truly common sense. You just open your eyes and see this. This is common sense right here. The oppressive force, meaning the non-melanated people and the sellouts who help them, they gain their power through their control over us, meaning our power is their power, according to their feelings. And their power is our power, according to how they have us confused. Meaning, they are pretending to be our mind heart spaces. These non-melanated people are globally. They are pretending to be our mind heart spaces. What happens in our mind heart spaces? The control over who and or what we are. You follow what I'm saying? The control over who and or what we are is within our mind heart spaces. Meaning how we control us is within this power. In this realm or this space of ours, they are pretending to be and or playing God within. Because this power I mentioned is the true God. And I'm getting ready to tell you about his nature momentarily. This power in us is the true God. And this is what they are playing, the non-melanated people. Their power is control over us. Their power is their control over us by way of feelings and whatnot. The people in Africa, you have more freedom power than virtually every other person on the planet. The people of the continent of Africa in all 55 countries of Africa, join Ibrahim Traore. Unite, protect, defend. Will you protect this house? I need y'all to notice something. I just read an article. I just saw it just flash right on my screen. The non-melanated people of the so-called country known as France, and some of the non-melanated people over here in this so-called country known as America, when it's all just the regions of land colonized to be called what they are in order to keep us separated and divided more effectively. These non-melanated people, these non-melanated groups of people within these specific regions of land on the planet, I just heard that they are investing billions of dollars, a lot of money, when they could be putting that money towards people who are homeless, sick, and in need of assistance. They could be putting that money towards people who are in need of assistance, but instead they are putting that money towards taking away our power. And what is our power? First off, the ability to do something, for that's the literal meaning of the word power. They put all this money to target one man when they can put all of this money towards fixing everybody. But instead, they are only putting it towards maintaining their power, right? What do you mean by their power? What is their power? Their power is our power. And our power, according to their feelings, is their power. Power is the ability to do something. So in other words, they have control over our abilities to do something. Common sense. To every melanated man, woman, and child in the continent of Africa, you have way more freedom powers and/or freedoms to do something than every other melanated group on this planet and all of the other continents thereof. You can shatter the borderline names faster than anyone. Come together and help Ibrahim Traore keep our power and/or take our power back. Because you want to know something? We ain't got our power, now do we? But what is our power? Do we know what our power is? Do we know who or what our power is? One more note about Ibrahim before I move on. I don't need to necessarily know too much about the physical individual. I can just see a person based on a few of their actions, even by a couple of micro expressions, that'll just let me know completely and entirely just exactly who and or what they are and or where they stand truly. You're going to need Ibrahim Traore. We're going to need Ibrahim Traore. We're going to need all of we. And these people are trying to take him out because he is a person who can help us take back our power. Remember, their only concern and the only reason why the non-melanated people exist is to ensure we cannot the right way. Their way is to ensure we fail at everything. Their way is to ensure we fail at everything. Why do you think they always want us to do things their way? Because their way is how we fail. And all they want us to do is fail. Their power, their control, their power, whatever. All it is control over our lives to ensure we cannot live them correctly. And all that they have in this world is to keep us distracted from living our way versus theirs. But what is our way? What is our power? Let's not forget they erased everything in our history, rearranged everything of our current present day knowledge, and also destroyed all of our lands and resources thereof. Virtually all of them. They still keep us enslaved, like they're doing the majority of the people in the continent of Africa right now, to make more weapons for them that they can use to keep us enslaved. Enslaved to what, though? Failure! All they live to be is our detriment. Why do you think these non-melanated people are trying so hard to harm Ibrahim? What do you think Ibrahim is getting ready to do? Especially if he just puts prisoners to farm work. Look up what Omar Gaddafi did for 42 years. Free housing. Couples being supported and shipped. I ship it, right? Ain't that what y'all say in regards to relationships? People who are compatible with each other, compatible with one another. You ship it, right? Omar Gaddafi shipped men and women being on good grounds with one another. Ibrahim is going to bring the same type of thunder. Very similar to it, if not better. At least he's one of the people. What about everybody else within that continent of Africa that can rise up and be on the same type of grounds Ibrahim is standing upon? I can tell what type of man he is. A man that we need. You are all men that we need. You are all women that we need. Every one of you alive is a force that is a part of this nature I'm getting ready to talk about momentarily. Why do I want to talk about this nature? Because we don't even know the power we're trying to return to or take back. It is our power in every way possible. All of the countries that they have in this world, they say they're infrastructures of power. In reality, all it is, once again, like I just said earlier momentarily, it is just the control over how we choose to live our lives. We are beings of success, naturally. They were once, but they were taken and turned into something else, and they cannot be turned back or fixed at the current rate we are going in our dealings with them, and or their dealings with us. Because remember, the only thing they're trying to do is ensure we continue to fail. They're not ensuring things can be fixed, seeing as how especially they are the ones causing all of the problems. What is our power? I want to talk about this right quick to let us know what our powers are. Once again, this video is going to be titled The Measurements of Our Virtuous Ethereal Grandmother. Ethereal Grandmother. Yeah, Ethereal Grandmother. Grandmother? Mm-hmm. So a grandmother would have had a child then, right? Mm-hmm. Our ethereal grandmother is the mother of our cosmic mother. Our ethereal grandmother is the mother of our cosmic mother. What am I getting at? These are theologian parables to label and describe scientific ideologies. Scientific ideologies involving the genesis of our universe, the four fundamental aspects of human behavior and or human character, or the four fundamental emotions, meaning what is good, bad, good, bad, balanced, and are quiescent. Our powers reside within the good and balanced grounds, meaning our mental qualities becoming balanced and our moral qualities being of good grounds. So that's our power right there, which is what they wish to take away from us and which is what they wish to keep us out of. How are they keeping us out of this? By ensuring we do nothing but fail, because on grounds like that, with a mind like that, we would only succeed. With a balanced mind and morally good grounds, all we would do is succeed. We would be a strong and mighty people that they would just be jealous of for no reason at all. Let's never forget, everything they do to us is for no reason at all. All of this so-called power that they have over us is, they don't even have the power. You want to know what they have? Just the ability to ensure we continue to fail for no reason. They don't have any actual power. Ain't no such thing as white power. You want to know what it is? Annoyance. Nuisance. That's what it is in reality. Just frustration for no reason at all. Our power, what is it? More details. So, our ethereal grandmother, our virtuous ethereal grandmother, right? If our mental qualities were balanced once again, and our moral qualities were of good grounds once again, we would do nothing but succeed, walk in good grace all day long. Moving forward. So, how can we capture or regain some type of conscious awareness regarding who and or what we truly are, what our nature truly is, and how we really should be living in a world in which the non-melanated people erased, for the sake of ensuring that we do nothing but live in a world where we continue to fail their way versus succeed in ours. I mastered the 12 zodiac signs. I memorized them. I have them all mastered. In this virtuous, ethereal grandmother I speak of, all 12 zodiac signs embody its one characteristical nature. You can see them as mood swings or mood changings. Our ethereal grandmother, our virtuous ethereal grandmother, has about 12 moods that she gets in all throughout the year. And they each stem from 4 elements, you could say. Because let's not forget, we're talking about something ethereal, so we're talking about something cosmic. But let's never forget as well, those 4 elements are also part of the same body, part of the same woman. Our ethereal grandmother. Our virtuous ethereal grandmother. Why do I keep saying virtuous ethereal grandmother? Because our virtuous ethereal grandmother is the mother of our cosmic mother. Who's the cosmic mother? You all would know her as Enlil, or Isis, or Ma'at, or Nut, Shatupora, Vazundara. I got many other names to use other than the Christians ones, or any American religious name. I can go to Hindu scriptures, I can go to Zoroastrian scriptures, I could even go to Mexican scriptures. Diablo. Yeah, know them all, or at least enough to get me home. Home liberation. What is home? My home is all of humanity. Home liberation is all of humanity living in peace. Why must all of humanity live in peace for me to be home with home liberation? Because humanity is love. And if love is allowed to live undisturbed, it can just be the love it naturally is, which is the root reasoning for me sending this message to you all in the first place. Remember who you are, and stop those from trying to change you to be something else. Why would you want to be hatred? Remember, the non-melanated's way is to keep you from living your way. They don't have any other reason to do whatever they are doing to us night and day. The only reason they exist is to ensure you cannot exist the right way. And what is your right way? Love. Undisturbed, balanced, evened out, steady love. What do they want from you? What do they want you to do? Look around and see. Find out. What are we doing? You want to know what we are doing? Killing each other for living 5 blocks in the wrong direction. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson voice from the Gridiron Gang movie. So here, more of our characteristics then. Mastered all 12 zodiac signs. The 12 zodiac signs can be seen as, from a theologian perspective and a scientific perspective combined. Why am I telling you this? Because the zodiac signs can help secure global unity immediately. At least these zodiac signs over here, because there's also a Hindu zodiac, there's a Chinese zodiac, there's multiple zodiacs around the world. But this here is like, it seems more so of the North American zodiac. Because if I can remember correctly, I do recall Canadians and Mexicans speaking of the same zodiac signs that the Americans use to label and describe what their star sign is. Because that's what they are, star signs. There are star signs or star divisions or images in which when the sun lines across on the equator or the ecliptic, when the earth orbits around the world, around the sun, around the equator, around the ecliptic, as the definition says it does, the way It is the way the sun shines through certain star patterns that we can see based on the angle of the planets sitting or axial tilt, based on where it is sitting at the time, based on its global positioning. The stars will be aligned in the sky from where we are sitting or where we are standing, and then we would label and describe what this specific sign is that the sun is shining off and showing from our perception on the ground. It seems kind of remedial to have zodiac signs, doesn't it? Kind of not is, but is. I mean, it's a way we use to keep up with the times of the years. What mood is our mother in? What mood is our mother in at the current moment in time? Is she in the Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio? Is she in the Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn? Is she in the Leo, Sagittarius, Aries? Or is she in the Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini season or mood? What mood is she in? You want to know one thing I notice about all of these moods that just show a star sign shining in the sky? None of them are trying to hurt us. None of them are trying to kill us. They are only there to give us what we need to survive. That's it. Measurements of our ethereal grandmother, of our virtuous ethereal grandmother. Why do I keep saying ethereal grandmother? Because our cosmic mother was born from the ethereal grandmother. Meaning the cosmic mother, like it says in Revelation, is the remnant of the ethereal grandmother seed, the remnant of her seed. The her is this virtuous ethereal grandmother I speak of. And I keep saying grandmother, once again, because the cosmic mother was born from this energy. What am I ultimately getting at? When the universe was forming, there is an amount of ethereal energy that didn't necessarily blend with the rest of the fabric of the universe, or there's an amount of electron energy that didn't necessarily blend in with the fabric of the universe as it was coming into its molding or in its merging or in its blending to be our reality that we have today, which you will label and describe as a weak neuroforce. It didn't come into the proper blend according to the logic I'm gathering here and according to what I'm studying, and this cloud that didn't blend in. Light was shunned into the area in which it was, from the quantum source through to the astral, and then through to the ether, and into the cloud. And then this light impregnated this cloud. This light, in a sense, impregnated this cloud, almost as if the sun, if you want to look at it from a theologian standpoint and a scientific standpoint combined, it's almost as if the light from source is the husband of this here cosmic mother, whereas the astral is the husband of the ether, whereas the gravitational force is the husband of the electromagnetic force, if you want to see it like that. I like to go off the theologian ideas, because in theology, we turn everything into parents and their people. That's what theologians do. People like St. Pope Gregory I. You turn astrological bodies and or astrological cosmic celestial things entirely, their entire dimension, into certain people that you would give the most respect to in your life for what they are doing and or what they do. If that makes sense to you. Like, for example, Ibrahim Traore in Burkina Faso, our family member, our brother. Our power, man. So what am I ultimately getting at, though? Or what are more things that I'm trying to get at here with what I'm saying? Our power resides within the universe itself. Our power resides within us. It doesn't reside with the non-melanated people who are trying to keep it away from brothers like Ibrahim Traore and the rest of us on this world and this planet. Remember, man, their power is their control over our feelings. You wouldn't even have feelings if it wasn't for their laws, their raping and their lynching and their burning. Muhammad Ali voice. You can win, you can beat this, and you can get out of it. It's all about just having the courage to try to do something, though. You got the power to do something. The entire universe itself, with all the 12 zodiac signs inside of its makeup, to label and describe its characteristics. Because remember, the zodiac signs are just information, perceptions, the way we perceive things from our end towards the celestial sphere's end. That's all the zodiac signs were. Remember, it changed up from it where it originated in Babylon. I want you to notice something for a moment. Why do I also randomly mention these zodiac signs? Because I'm also noticing that over here in America, there are some portions of these zodiac elements that are causing division in our households, causing things to fall apart or causing certain things to fail, causing us to be separated in a way, especially from our women. If our women shape up and come back to their kings, our queens come back to their kings, if our melanated women, if our melanated queens come back to their melanated men, their melanated kings, we will regain our full power on sight. But then, them who only live to keep our power away from us, like they keep our peace away from us, they will always be right there to stop you from embracing it or stop you from living in it, to stop you from fully resurrecting. Oh, sure, the reawakening and reincarnation, the peace and love seasons, you can have that all day, but the unification, the resurrection, the balance, integrity, oh, no. They want to keep you off of that, keep you out of that. Reason why? Because you're not doing what they say. You're not doing what they want you to do. Remember, the only thing they want you to do is live imbalanced and false and lies. Balanced integrity. Balanced integrity. Mental, balanced, moral integrity or moral perfection. Conscious mind, subconscious mind. When you all get the moral high grounds here in this situation, you win. Or at least it's the first step. It's the first step. Because then there's the last part, the advancement. Endless succeeding. Endless success. Black people, melanated people, the true God, constantly rising to its greatest and most highest fulfilled potential imaginable. Good always gets better. Evil only gets worse. Do you really think they want you to experience this type of reality? Do you really think they want you to experience this type of reality? It's obvious they don't. Do not care for what they want. Do not care for what they need. Don't allow them to get what they want. Don't allow them to get what they need. Because the only thing they want is to see you fail. And the only thing they need is to ensure you suffer to death. This is what pure evil is, man. It takes evil to recognize evil, don't it? We need to help the black people first, the so-called black people first. We need to focus on us first. I mean, you see them killing us in droves, don't you? Yeah, they want to get us to cry about this flight that took 67 people, but then you turn around and kill a group of 150 people, and then 70 people right after that. Yeah, I get the idea of how what just happened in Congo with those 70 Christians getting beheaded. Yeah, they say it's black on black crime, right? But then it's always going to circle back to who has our power in their hands right now. Because if we had our power, just by looking at the characteristics of our power, we wouldn't be doing anything you need us to do at all. Nor anything you want us to do. And what do you want us to do? Fail. What do you need us to do? Suffer to death. Our power is their power, according to their feelings. And their power is our power, because of how they have our feelings. Break free. No sympathy. You have to weaponize empathy in this fight right here. Empathy. It's different than sympathy. Sympathy and empathy are different by definition. Look them up and see what they mean. Empathy, the ability to understand feelings and share feelings with another. Your knowledge, in other words, because that's where your feelings are, aren't they? Knowledge base. Keep this in mind. You only have one feeling, a good one, period. So base everything else off of your knowledge. The ability to understand feelings, understand your knowledge, and the ability to share knowledge with another. I get where you get your knowledge from. I get where you get your feelings from. I know why you are going through what you are going through. I get it. So now, I'm just going to share this knowledge with you and share these feelings with you so that you may see a possible way you can stop yourselves from going through anymore. And what is more? More of this pain is what they want you to experience. Brother Ibrahim Traore, take these words with you. Crawl out of one hole and into another. Crawl out of one hole and into another. I see how you are dealing with France. I see the non-melanated group there backing down. But then they're still advancing, aren't they? You want to know why they're still advancing versus focusing on people who actually need help across the world? To keep our power away from us and in their possession, according to what they feel like having power is. Because their ideas of having power, once again, is to have full control over our lives. How many of us can actually do what we want to do right now? People who have the illusion of freedom, who feel like they're free, they ain't free at all. You just feel like you're free. Bet you can't eat free though. Bet you can't travel free. Bet you can't find a wife freely and easily. Or to my sisters, I bet you can't go find a husband freely and easily. I bet you have to work to survive. You're not free. Your feelings are an illusion, just like your freedom is. Empathy, the ability to understand knowledge and share knowledge with another. Empathy, the ability to understand awareness and share awareness with another. Empathy, the ability to share ideas, or the ability to understand ideas with the world's family. Something good, huh? Random thought. It's actually my birthday today. February 24th, Black History Month time too, right? I'm 35 cycles of the Father's heart today. I am 35 cycles of the Father's heart this day. 35 cycles of what? What am I going to gain from another year of living in a world such as this one? More of the oppressor's way for my life, doing everything in their power to ensure they orchestrate things to go their way. And what is their way? what their needs are and what their wants are. They only want you to fail and or suffer to death. And they only need you to fail and or suffer to death. Don't give them what they want. Stop them from receiving what they want anymore. Evil does not deserve what it wants. Only the good and balance does. Evil does not deserve what it wants. Only the good and balance does. I'm not trying to start a genetic war. I just want the melanated people to get it right, man. This may help them do it. Brother Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso needs our help. Somehow. You know what? Take these words with you, then I'm going to close the video out. I am trying to honestly, I'm just saying things out loud with hopes that it may affect a certain area and or aspect of the soul tribe globally to get the message and stop trying to play the devil's advocate in every way, area, every way, shape, form, or possibility of your lives, or in your lives. Stop being the devil's advocate. All the devil wants is for all of humanity to suffer to death and fail at everything. Stop playing the devil's advocate. You don't have power, man. All you have are people in a position where they cannot do the right things to live their lives at all. I'm saying this because I want out of hell, right? I want my whole self out of hell. Never gonna forget my mission. Here's what I want to say. There are multiple ways to kill something. There are multiple ways to stop something. Multiple ways. I personally found one way to do it in the spirit. It just so happens that I have to say a whole lot of things out loud to execute the idea. A lot of you won't understand what I'm saying. A lot of you won't get what I'm saying. And honestly, I don't need you to. I don't need you to get me. I don't really need you to watch me. I don't really need you to like or subscribe. I don't need you to donate. I kind of sort of don't even really need to post online. I mean, I do, because I don't necessarily know where to go in the streets to talk to people and let them know the full concrete ideas of what I'm talking about here or what I'm trying to get out. But it's still, the simple fact is, I found a way to kill them all in spirit. Death to the artificial ego, death to their false sense of self-importance, because they have a false sense of self-importance, a fake sense. What does a false sense do compared to a real sense? The opposite of what the real sense of self-importance would do. What would the real sense of self-importance do? Ensure your entire being is well. What would the false sense of self-importance do? The opposite of ensuring your entire being will be well. I found a way to kill them in spirit. The death of this ego, the death of this power over you. But in reality, our power is their power according to their feelings, and their power is our power by force. They want to play as our mind heart spaces. They want to play as our God, acting as our mind heart spaces, falsifying our mind heart spaces. For starters, our mind heart spaces are in us, not even out us, right? So we got two things telling us what to do at the same time, them and us, or them and what we truly are. Is that what's going on here? Seems like it. We can break free from this. Rip the veil off of our faces so we can see our moral grounds properly, moral perfection. And stop allowing them to dictate how we should be. Balance. Weed out their imbalance and keep only the balance in place. That's all I got for right now. Shalom, shalom, shalom. I don't desire to be your king or your leader. I only desire to do or say things that will defend and protect you from their strikes. The oppressive nature strikes. The oppressive nature. You only got one nature. And it just so happens to have about 12 moods with 4 fundamental forces of energy or elements that give them their abilities to branch. Therefore, as the nature would do to you, love your neighbor as you love yourself. Matthew 22:39. At least those who are worthy to be loved. Defend your neighbor as you defend yourself. At least those who are worthy to defend and protect. Like Brother Ibrahim Traore, for example. Be lifted in the spirit. Be lifted. The more you learn, the more you rise. The more you rise, the more you destroy, eradicate, end or eliminate all of the dark, negative energies plagiarizing and or plaguing thy mind, heart spaces, and or the principalities outside of you that are trying to get in and be it. The more you learn, the more you rise. The more you rise, the more you eradicate the external demon's chances of controlling you. It's all about breaking free from this evil, getting out of this hell. That's what it's all about for me. That's what it's always going to be about for me. Be lifted in the spirit and walk good forever. Peace, love, unity, and advancement to you all, my family.